Hello everybody, GL1 here. Welcome to my online toy museum. And today I'm going to show you the new WWE superstar Andre the Giant. So this is, I think, already pretty uncommon. And I was lucky enough to spot one of these and snag it up. And it's a really great Andre the Giant. And I'm going to show you why. So you get Andre like this, and he comes with some accessories. And he comes with really good accessories for a change. But actually, all of these WW World Wrestling superstars actually have pretty good accessories, and I'll show you that too. I don't collect many of them. Actually, I think I only have two. So this guy and Hulk Hogan. So when you first get Andre, he actually, look at that, he's bald. He doesn't come with the big hair. He comes with the small hair like that, okay? And you can change his boots, so you can give him the blue boots, and underneath his singlet, that's what this is called, you can take the singlet off, and try not to rip anything. But underneath he's wearing blue trunks, so he sometimes wore blue trunks, and then he can have, his blue, boots on. So there he is, and you can see he's hugely muscular. He really wasn't built like that, but all of these are built with He-Man in mind. They're all the new designs for the new He-Man articulation action figures, and he comes with a belt, and he never actually became World Heavyweight Champion. But he comes with this belt here, and I'm not actually sure what it says. Okay, so upon closer examination, it does say World Wrestling Champion, but he never was. Okay, just so you know. So anyway, he's got the belt because probably he hit somebody over the head and then took the belt, and probably Hulk Hogan, because they had that big rivalry back in the beginning of WrestleMania. So you can then make him with his, signature gigantic big hair. And there you go, Andre the Giant. All right, so how does he compare to Andre the Giants of the past? So here is actually 2001 Andre the Giant, which I thought was a great Andre the Giant. I thought, well, I'm never really going to need another Andre the Giant. This one's great. He's got the big hand, like for the slap or the choke slam. The head looks like him. At the time, in 2001, I consider this to be good articulation. He's got ankle movement. He's got knees. And he is Andre. He didn't move around that much anyway. All right, so there you go. And he's not wearing a singlet, as you'll notice here. All right, well, 9 years later, 2010, they came out with another Andre with a singlet. And I'm like, okay, well, this is an even better, more accurate Andre, more articulate. You can see, his hands move in all different directions, and he's got better elbow movement, and he's got the bicep joint. You see, he doesn't have that here. He's got the bicep joint that you can swivel. He's even got a belly joint, right? So he can bend forward and twist, okay? And, he's wearing the singlet, and he's got the big black boots, and it came with an extra head because there was a time where he was disguising himself. And you have this head, and he was a masked wrestler, and he was playing a character called Giant Machine. And apparently this is now worth $120, $125 on eBay. So anyway, I'm glad to have it. I would never have spent that much on it. But, see, he's got the yellow trunks underneath. And there you go. You see it here. All right, so Giant Machine. Well, all right, so let's compare their sizes. So we have, these two here. And, the new one's a little bit taller. Let's see if we line up their feet. And you can see it's just a slightly taller, but generally the same size. And we could see our new WWE or World Wrestling Superstar Andre the Giant is, hugely muscular, but not as tall. But, it's a totally different scale. Now, the real giant, we go to the Princess Bride Andre the Giant. And look at that. And you can see he's actually got the same hair, right? And the big mutton chops, sideburns. And he's just gigantic. He's got the big fist. And he's got the apocalypse, the apocalypse cloak or something like that. So he's got that cloak that he can pull over him. Okay. And he's got knees a little bit that bend. They have a little bit of ratchet. He's got the ankles that move all around and the toes. This is a McFarlane figure. So it's got, look, you even have like a flexible plastic here for his clothing there. And, it's got, looked like the detail of the stitches. So a lot of detail in this figure, right? Really great. And you want to see how big that is. Take a look at this. I mean, it just dwarfs the other figure. It's gigantic. And then next to, well, he's a giant, right? So, and there he is next to, all right, our WW World Wrestling Superstar. All right, well, so let's compare. How does this World Wrestling Superstar compare? And where did they get the mold? Did they make this mold specifically for Andre? No, they did not. So let me show you first. This is a normal-sized World Wrestling Superstar figure, Hulk Hogan. And you could see the Andre figure is much larger, as he should be. He was a much bigger guy. You can see, though, it's basically the same body design, the musculature, the arms. It's just bigger arms, right? And same kind of knees, same kind of legs, same hamstrings. Very much the same figure, right? Even the arms, the triceps are the same shape. It's just different scale. All right. And this Hulk Hogan figure is cool, too. Look, the sunglasses come off. And then he's got, you can see his eyes. And then you could take off that. So it's pretty neat. And then clothing here, that comes off. And the belt comes off. The Hollywood Hogan. So anyway, I did a show on Hulk Hogan, too. One of the Hulk shows. All right. So let's compare Andre to He-Man. All right, so this is the updated, sort of the 5.5-inch scale He-Man version of the 2002 He-Man cartoon. And you can see, once again, same mold. It's the same mold as the Hulk Hogan, and but just much smaller, right? So Andre dwarfs He-Man there. Pretty cool. And then if you want to see, this is a WWE Universe character, John Cena as Faker, which is kind of a robotic version of He-Man. And you can see, so this is, again, the same scale as He-Man. And you can see, Andre's much larger. Okay. All right. So where did these gigantic arms come from? Well, recently they came out with a version of He-Man where he got ooze on him. And when I got this fella here, I was looking at him and noticing that the arms are much more muscular than He-Man himself, because He-Man plus ooze makes him even more muscular. So I was taking a look at that arm next to it. So let me show you here. So if you compare the arm, right, you can see that He-Man with ooze has a bigger arm, bigger shoulders, right? So then I thought, well, I bet it's the same mold that they use for Andre, and it is. So if you take a look at the arm, you can see that the arm is the same size, but once again, the body is not. The rest of it is just regular He-Man size. So Andre, once again, is just so much larger. So that was cool. So then I was thinking, well, where did they get the body to Andre? Well, that came from Slaker. So where they mixed, let's see, they took the Faker from the Masters of the Universe world and mixed it with the Turtle world with Slash. So you take Faker with Slash, you get Slaker, okay? So then I'm like, I bet the Slaker body is the body they use for Andre. And sure enough, yes, it is. So you can see the legs are the same. and actually the arms are the same too. So these arms are the same arms they used on Ooze He-Man, but they also used them on Andre. So the larger arms, larger scale, and you can tell the torso is also the same. Maybe we can tell that. Let's see, this comes off. So you can see from the back, you can see the mold is the same. Even the way that the muscles are kind of, they're like in motion, like one's a little bit offset because it's like he's raising his arm and the muscles would do that. All right, so that's where the body came from. So, it's really neat to see that how they, come up with the design and they change it to suit different things. And then, now you have this great Andre the Giant, WWE Superstars figure that can play with He-Man and friends, right? Because it's all the same. And, while we're here, I might as well show you this because this is really neat. So you have Teela, again, mixing the turtles with Grayskull, Turtles of Grayskull. All right, so you have Teela, comes with a little comic book. And let's see, so there's some instructions here. And then now this comic book actually has some words because sometimes, recently I saw one and it didn't. And you can also has a little instructions here. You can remove parts if you want. So that's the comic book. So you can get Teela, and here she is. Here is Turtles of Grayskull Teela. And I think she's awesome. So here she is. And then, this armor comes off, this extra turtle armor. She has a really fantastic sword. She can hold on to that. And then she has a shell, and the shell comes off. And, she's got muscular legs, as Teela should. And then this can kind of move around. And then this can become a shield. And turtle shell shield. There she goes. And there you are. All right, so pretty neat figure. These you could pretend those are jets, right? You can blast around because Masters of the Universe uses all kinds of tech. It's not just weapons, but it's also very lasers and flying machines and spaceships and stuff. So, all right, so there you go. Just everything related to this awesome figure of Andre the Giant. Thanks for watching. Take care and talk to you soon.